Lucky Bean has opened in Sabah in 2012 after the owner got to a trip to Hong Kong. Lucky Bean has bring a authentic Hong Kong style desserts like agates and sweet bean soup to our local market. Lucky Bean use a franchise model. Their headquarters keep strict quality control to so that the food always tastes great at every store. Now let's look at the planning analysis. Lucky Bean focus on two main things. First, Lucky Bean want to expand across Sabah using a secure franchise network. They aim to be Kota Kinabalu top late night dessert spot with their unique signature agates. Second, for their operations, they want to keep customer happy. They, they provide a cozy space with fast 5G Wi-Fi for students, family, and workers. They also open for 13 hours daily to serve food quickly and keep waiting times very short. Next, let's look at our SWOT analysis to see Lucky Bean's strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. For their strength and opportunities, they have been serving agates since 2012 with a great atmosphere. They, they also control their own supply chain. So in the future, they have opportunities to expand to Sarawak and Peninsular Malaysia to create a new local flavor like durian and buy items in bulk to save money. For their weaknesses and traits, Lucky Bean's menu is limited to dessert and their franchise stores depend heavily on the headquarters for supplies. They also face a threat like copycat vendors, fast changing customer trends, and rising costs for ingredients like flour, eggs, and sugar. Next is about Potter's five forces. First, the threat from new entrant and substitute desserts are high. This is because opening a dessert counter is cheap and customers have many traditional dessert choices. Second, the bargaining power of buyers and general competitive rivalry are medium. Their unique waffle texture helps keeps the customer loyal, and there are not many direct competitors selling specialized agate. Finally, the bargaining power of suppliers is low because their headquarters acts as the only central supplier for all of their outlets. Finally, I'm going to talk about the business strategy. Lucky Bean focus on three main areas. First, they have a menu that only focus on desserts. By only selling sweet items and agates, they keep their business simple and avoid the high cost of running a normal restaurant. Second, they target a late night customer. They want to be a cozy hangout spot for families, gamers, and students after dinner when other local food places are closed. Third, the headquarters strictly control the pricing and taste. This ensures that every franchise store has the exact same price and the same delicious taste everywhere.
Now, let's move on to my part, which is organizing analysis. Today, I will talk about Lucky Bean resources. First is physical asset. Lucky Bean has a lot of assets, for example, egot maker machine, coffee machine, fridge, and so on. These assets are very important to supporting the daily operation and long-term growth of the business. Second is human resources. Lucky Bean has a director, manager, admin, and 11 cafe crew. Their roles are specialized into distinct operational positions to ensure smooth daily operation and high-quality customer service. Third is funding resources. Funding comes entirely from the owner personal savings and daily sales. They didn't have loans or get any help from other organizations. My other point is Lucky Bean structure. First is formal structure. Their authority flows systematically from the director to the manager to the frontline staff, establishing clear reporting lines and approval roles. Every staff member is assigned a specific titles and explicit responsibilities. Second is centralized structure. Decision-making power, authority, and strategic control are concentrated exclusively at the top of the hierarchy with the director and manager. Third is functional structure. Employees are grouped into a clear operational segments based on job roles, skills, or expertise with a single manager oversee all staff segments. Lastly is flat structure. Lucky Bean used a flat structure that can remove complex corporate ladders, allowing the director and manager to work closely and directly with the frontline cafe crew. As you can see here, this is the organizational chart of Lucky Bean. Now, let's move on to my friend's part.
Thank you, Sylvia, for the explanation. My name is Jelisa Jubilis. Today, I would like to talk about leadership that Lucky Bean use. What is leadership? Okay, leadership is the process which a person that inspire, motivates, and directs the activities to help achieve the group or organizational goals and objectives. So, there's in this term of leadership, there's a traits and behavior that leadership that we can see in the leadership. In this case, the manager is a person that is responsible for handling any problems, especially when it involves staff and ship problems such as technical problems. For example, we can take a staff problem, which is the staff always MC, the staff always quit work, so it can affect the organization. So, in terms of for handling technical problems, such as the electric problems, mostly most of the staff are panic because maybe the ingredients can uh, defect affect the material. So what the manager do? The manager will solve the problems in a relaxed way, so the staff didn't panic. So, uh, in this term of leadership that manager Lucky Bin use, there's a three type of manager power that he use, which is reward power, and the third one is coercive power. Okay, so what the legitimate power that the Lucky Bin manager use? The legal authority obtained through the official position or in the Lucky Bin is that he is a strict person in shaping the personality of the employees. For example, he can give penalties to the staff who didn't follow the rules, which is the staff didn't use head cover. He also didn't use apron. So what the manager do? The manager will give penalty for the staff. And the penalties also have different value. For example, the staff who didn't use any apron, he will give a penalty in 5 ringgit into 5 ringgit. So this technique can discipline the staff, so they didn't do this they didn't do these problems again. The second one I will talk about is the reward power. A reward refers to the way in which managers are able to offer incentive or reward to employees based on their achievement of company goals. So the manager will motives to the staff to do work hard by give some incentive, doing some events, and so on. So this will encourage the staff to work hard in the organization. So uh, by having this reward power, it helps create positive and productive work environment. The third one I would like to talk about is the coercive power. What is coercive powers? Okay. Coercive power involves the power of an authority figures, ability to make punishment for violating an organization's stated rules and regulation when employees does not perform at the right level or conduct themselves appropriately in the workplace. Okay, in this Lucky Bin, there's three types of warning letter. If their staff member who causes the problems, the Lucky Bin manager will give the first warning letter. However, if the staff still does not change, he will give the second warning letter. As for the third warning letter, the manager will immediately terminate the employee who still has discipline problem. So, in this term of power, it can lead the staff to work in serious, to work very serious and focus on their works. Okay, the last one I would like to talk about is the leadership approach. Okay, in this case, manager Lucky Bin use both of leadership style, which is a transformational leaders and a transformational leaders who often build strong relationship with the employees by understanding their personal growth. So they encourage teamwork and self-confidence among workers. The second one is transactional leaders, usually emphasize the efficiency, organized, and clear responsibilities. So staff understand what is expected of them and they are motivated by rewards such as a bonus, promotion, or reconnection. For those staff that didn't perform very well, may receive warnings or discipline action. For instance, manager Lucky Bin set monthly sales target and reward employees who achieve this target by practicing transactional leadership. This style is suitable for organizations that require strict procedure, discipline, and consistent performance. That's all from me. I would like to pass it to the next presenter.
Thank you to the previous presenter. So I will continue the presentation by looking to the next slide, which is control analysis. Control analysis is the process of monitoring the organization activity. Why we need to monitor the organization activity? This is because we need to ensure the organization achieve the objective of the business. So if we achieve the objective, we can sustain the business for the long term. So at the Lucky Bin, they are using three types of control. The first one is output control. The second one is the behavior control, and the last one is the plan control. So let's take a look one by one. For the output control, the manager need to manage the financial and the budget at the organization. How? So the manager will will adjust the price menu at the Lucky Bin by looking to the raw material at the current market. For example, if the raw material gets expensive, the menu in the Lucky Bin will be expensive too. This is because he want to maintain the profit of the business. So next, let's move on to the behavior control. So at the Lucky Bin, the manager appoint one supervisor to monitor the employee action or the employee behavior. For example, if the employee didn't wear the apron while doing the duty, the employee will get a penalty, which is RM5 ringgit. So the management will deduct the salary from the salary of the employee. So next is plan control. Plan control. At the Lucky Bin, the manager, which is Mr. Adam Ramsey, he will do a briefing 3 times for a week. It is important because the employee can share the things that they don't understand, or the manager can tell them a new thing, like a new menu or a new update of the operation. So this can develop the employee to share the knowledge at the briefing. So thank you. That's all from me. I will pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Okay, next, move on to recommendation, which are focused on the improvement Lucky Bin shall make to enhance its business performance. Okay. Overall, Lucky Bin shall improve its management practice to operate more efficiently and stay competitive. The company shall provide regular training for employees to strengthen customer service, product handling, and daily operation. Management shall also maintain clear communication so employees understand their responsibility and company goals. In addition, work schedule, task distribution, inventory control, and performance evaluation can be managed more systematically. Reward or incentive can also help motivate employees and improve commitment. Okay, next I will explain the recommendation based on the 4 management function. First is planning. Lucky Bin shall set clear objectives, develop effective strategy, and organize training programs for employees. It shall also establish performance target and allocate a budget for training and incentive. Second is organizing. Thus shall be positioned should be assigned according to employee skill and position. Research must be managed efficiently, and better coordination between departments shall be ensured to reduce error and improve operation. Third is leading. Manager should lead by example, communicate openly, and support employees. Regular meeting can help solve problems, share information, and keep employees focused on company goals. Last is controlling. Management shall monitor employees' performance, inventory, product quality, and customer feedback regularly. Any weakness shall be corrected to maintain standard and improve efficiently. By improving planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, Lucky Bin can increase efficiently, improve customer service, and achieve sustainable growth. Thank you. That's it for me.